So today we are going to compare the length of objects. Comparing is another way of describing. I'm going to use some important words when comparing the objects, and these are short, shorter, shortest, long, longer and longest. So here I have 6 objects which are all mixed up in size, and sizes are all different, and we're going to order them today from the shortest to the longest. I'm going to first of all start with these 2 objects. So I'm going to identify which is the long object and which is the short object. I can see from this the long object is the fork, as the length from the bottom all the way to the top is longer than the chocolate bar. So therefore it makes the chocolate bar the short object, as the length from the bottom all the way to the top is much shorter than the fork. So I'm going to place the chocolate bar on this side, because like I said before, we're going to be ordering objects from the shortest to the longest. Now I'm going to be bringing in 2 more objects, and again comparing these objects with the short chocolate bar and the long fork. So first of all, let's have a little look at the ruler. So we're going to place this in a line with these objects so that we can compare as accurately as possible. So I can see that the length from the bottom to the top of the ruler is much longer than the chocolate bar, but it is also longer than the fork. So therefore, actually the ruler is in the correct place at the minute, because it is the longest object out of these 3. Now, I've got some scissors here. Now I can see already that the ruler is much longer than the scissors. I can see that the fork is much longer than the scissors. So I'm actually going to place it down here in a nice straight line with these. And I can see already that the scissors are the shortest object out of all these 4 objects so far, as the length from the bottom all the way to the top is shorter than the rest of these objects. Now I've got 2 more objects that I'm going to bring in, and I've got a key which I can see already is very, very short compared to these objects. So I'm not going to put it at the long side with the longest objects. I'm going to try it over here and measure it next to these ones, compare it next to these ones. So I can see already that the key is shorter than the scissors. So actually, out of all of these 5 objects so far, the key is the shortest object. Now I've got 1 more, and this is a rolling pin. And again, I'm not going to put it at this side, because I can see that the key is much shorter than the rolling pin. The rolling pin looks really long. So I'm going to try it at this side. And I think you probably can see from there that the rolling pin is longer from the bottom all the way to the top, is longer than the ruler. So at one point the ruler was the longest object, but now it is actually the rolling pin. So we've ordered these objects from shortest, which is the key, to the longest object, which is the rolling pin. And we've put them in a nice straight line, so it makes it much easier to compare the objects.